Hey, what's up guys? How you guys doing today? If you guys could please like and subscribe, it really help build my channel. Now in terms of what we're going to talk about today, it's going to be the Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found. This sneaker has a really great story. Essentially the story, to be summed up, is this sneaker is like as if you found a 1986 Jordan 1 Chicago in a, resale shop or in the back of a, mom and pop type of shop and stuff like that. Hence the reason why we have the cards signed by Paulie and stuff like that. There's a lot of small details to kind of give homage to the mom and pop shop sneakers, with even the significance of the lid being replaced. So let's get straight into the details in terms of that. Like I mentioned earlier, the first thing we're going to go over is actually the box. So the box is a normal Jordan 1 box with a replacement lid, and I kind of like that because it kind of gives like a, oh, we just found this shoe, we just need to put a lid on it so when we sell it to you. Another detail with the box that I really like is going to be the paper used inside. It almost is like vintage newspaper of the Air Jordan 1 selling. I think it was like for $64. It's kind of unique, and it's something that stands out in terms of the quality of the box. And you can also see a sale on sale sticker, and I thought that that was the perfect touch, and I think that that's something I really like about just the story of this shoe in general. Next thing is going to be the Sandy Bros Sports Depot. Like I said, this is like a mom and pop shop, as if you found the shoe, and I kind of like it because it has like the point of sale and stuff like that on here. I don't know, I really like it. I think it's awesome. Now my favorite part of this is actually going to just be the shoe. Some of the first highlights you're going to notice is just that the shoe is aged. It's something that stands out on the shoe, and we're going to start off with the white. Pretty much anywhere you see white leather, it kind of has this cracking like you guys can see here, and it actually is not as textured as you think. Like when you see it in picture, it looks really cracked, but when you're actually holding the shoe, it's not so bad. Next thing is going to be the red leather. That's something I really appreciate. It's not tumble leather, and I was kind of hoping for tumble leather. You guys know already, I love the tumble leather, but it does feel like a premium leather on any surface where the red is, and that's the one part that I don't think is retroed, with the exception of the bottom of the shoe, but we'll get into that next. So now working our way down the shoe, we're going to get to the midsole. Now the midsole, this photo doesn't know justice, but it does kind of have like an off-white color to it compared to where the actual white is, and I think that that's a cool aesthetic for aging the shoe, and they didn't do it drastically like you saw in like the Jordan 5 Jades or whatever they're called. Now in terms of the outer sole, that's the biggest thing. They kind of have like this like fake oxidized thing, and I kind of like that. I think it's a small detail that also just adds to the story being old. Now I think the oxidization that they had, I'm very curious on how they did that, because I think it looks pretty good, as you guys can see here. Now let's work our way back up. I kind of want to talk about the collar of the shoe. I think that that's something now that is going to catch your eye. The collar of the Jordan 1 is cracked, and as you guys can see here, it looks good. It looks like it's supposed to look. However, I do worry a little bit about the long-term longevity of this peeling, cracking off. I'm curious to see how this shoe ages. Next aged part of the shoe is going to be the tongue. As you guys can see here, it's not just a white tongue. It's kind of got this like cream color to it. And I think that actually does look just good in general with the shoe, because it kind of gives it an off color compared to all the white that you see on here. And it's something that I appreciate for the small details of aging the shoe. Finally, with this shoe, you're going to get two lace options. It's going to be black and white. I haven't quite decided what I want to do, but I'm thinking the black laces look the best. You guys tell me your opinion. Let me know what you guys think and what you guys are lacing them up like. Now, if this is your first time wearing a Jordan 1, I would tell you to go a half size up from what you normally wear. If you are a 10.5, I would go up to an 11, because I feel Jordan 1s kind of fit tight, especially if you're going to lace them up. Next part we're going to get to is going to be a little more controversial, and it is going to be the market value of this shoe. This shoe initially started off at $2,000, dropped to $1,500, dropped to $800, dropped to $700, and is now sitting in that $350 to $400 range. Now the shoe hasn't come out. It comes out tomorrow, since I'm putting this interview. And I think there's going to be a lot of L's, a lot more L's than people think. So right now the shoe is sitting, like I said, if you're an average size of like 9.5 to 11, you can get this shoe basically from like $350 before processing fees to $400. And I think that that is the best point to cop, or cop day of, because I think if you wait on this shoe, you are going to regret it, and you're never going to be able to get it. And I have a reason why. And that reason why is because it is a Chicago Jordan 1. And no matter what you guys see right now with the lack of hype on this shoe, with the amount of pairs backdoored with a million pairs made. We don't actually know the real number. This is a Chicago one. It's going to be bought up and it's going to be sold, and it's going to be $500 in less than a year from now, and it's going to be $1,000 in a couple years from now. Cop this shoe, and I would cop it now. Do not wait on this shoe like people think for some reason they're going to do. Now, finally, to wrap this up, if I were to ask you to add this shoe to your collection, no doubt, this is a grail of mine. I've never owned a Chicago one, and I think it's a grail in most people's collections, so I would totally add this to any shoe collection. I would ask you guys to add this. Let me know, have you guys copped this shoe? Are you guys wearing the shoe? Are you guys gonna get this shoe tomorrow? And I'll see you guys next time.